All right, guys, we're on step 3, comms check phone systems, and we're going to go through this checklist over here on the side. So let's talk on how we can submit ID verification and what that is, buy additional phone numbers, set up call routing, and then test that routing. So submitting ID verification is required so that you can purchase a phone number first and foremost, but that also makes it to where once that is done, support team can now go ahead and submit your A2P campaign for approval. So you need to take the first steps, and then once that's done, we need to know. So if you could reach out with a support ticket, let us know that you've gone ahead and completed the ID verification. We're going to go ahead and talk on what that looks like. So if you're in your setup with us and you go to Settings, Phone System, this page will load, and then your phone number, you'll be able to go ahead and click the Add Blue number or Add Number, and you're going to add a number here. Once that's up, go ahead and click on the filter. Go ahead and do first part of number, and then type in your area code that you're looking for. Pick one, and you're going to go ahead and proceed to buy. Now, phone numbers are $1.61 per number per month, and then minutes are roughly a penny out and a penny in. Text messages, similar thing there, and you can purchase as many numbers as you would like. Most are going to purchase at least one phone number for each team member, and then potentially each marketing channel would have its own phone number so that you can track things appropriately. As far as purchasing, once you click the Proceed to Buy button, that's where it's going to do the ID verification. And what that is, it's going to ask for an ID such as a driver's license or a passport. You're going to go ahead and provide that information to them. It's going to take a photo, it's front, left, right, and then after that you complete the process, purchase the phone number. That'll get you to where you got one phone number. You can obviously come back and purchase more than one phone number. As I'm recording this right now, once you purchase the phone numbers, you would be able to place calls. And as far as text messages, it has to go through A2P compliance first. So once you've done the ID verification through the phone number, you just need to let the team know by submitting a support ticket and let them know that you completed ID verification. That'll let them know that they're now able to go ahead and do your A2P compliance. They'll submit the campaign. Once it's approved, you'd be able to text through your phone number. One last step is there is a requirement to submit your phone numbers for caller ID. So right now, you call out, it would show either unknown or spam likely. You want it to have your company name. Once you're watching this video, down below there will be a link that you can use to submit your phone number and get it to where it's registered. Usually takes about 3 business days, and then that phone number will show the company name there forward. We can assist with that if you have a list of phone numbers, but if we're going to do it, we would ask that we get a full list of phone numbers and do it all at once and not 3-4 times. But you can do it on your own. It is free, and you can submit it that way. Okay, so we've talked about how doing the ID verification. We've shown you how to buy phone numbers, setting up call flows. So after you have the purchased phone numbers, let's go over. Okay, so once you have purchased phone numbers, you'll see them here under the phone system. So I went Settings, Phone System, Phone Numbers. You see your phone numbers that you've purchased. And then at this point, the triple dots here on the right, you would go ahead and click on it and click Edit Configuration. This is where you set up the call flow. This is a way to set it up on a basic level. So there's definitely some more intricate ways that can be done with automations and things of that nature. Just note, if we set it up through a call flow like this, there's a few steps that we'll go through and talk about. But if you're wanting to get a little bit more in depth or have different settings, such as maybe having a different voicemail for different marketing channels, then that's got to be done through automations, not through this. If you're just wanting to receive phone calls and be able to place phone calls and or text in and out, this is where we do that. Go ahead and put a friendly name to that phone number at the top here. If you're going to assign the phone number to a person, then you do that here. Only one phone number can be assigned to one user. So one user can't be assigned more than one phone number. However, that just means their default phone number. So when they place calls out, they send text out, this is the phone number that would come from when they're logged in. That's all that really means at the end of the day as far as being assigned a number. You can set it to where multiple users get rang simultaneously when calls come in to multiple phone numbers, and I'll show that in a second. But this is specifically assign the number to them, and now it should be something where their email signature has this phone number. When they call out, when they text out, this is the number that would be seen. And now, as far as when calls come, should they be rang or shown on the web app? Should they show up on the mobile app? That's what this stuff is talking about here. Let's go ahead and click. Oh, let me go back here. Recording. If you're a one-party state or a two-party state, can you record? Can you not record? If you're going to have the checkbox here in a message, this will say when they call in, this is being recorded for quality assurance or whatever you put in there. So you can have that or turn it off, your option there. And then team members to have it calling them. So this is where you could assign more than one. Let me go. Oh, no. So this is going to be, again, what we talked about before, who's first priority to get the phone call. And then the cell phone or business phone, if you want to forward it, this is where they're getting that call. So again, this is where you set that up. And then third part of this is who should get the whisper message. So is this a web lead? Is this a Google pay-per-click lead? If you want it to say that before you answer it, that's what this whisper message is. Call connect is, hey, press 1 to connect a call. If you don't set this up or checkbox this, then when you answer a phone call, it'll just automatically be that person on the other line. As far as phone and whose ID, caller ID it shows when it's inbound, do you want it to show the contact or do you want the CRM number to show up? So if you're taking the stuff on your cell phone, you might want it to show the CRM's phone number so that you can add that as a contact and it's a website lead or it's a pay-per-click lead when they're calling in. So that's an option to put that right there. You can forward calls, so you see some options here. And then you have the others down here. So if any of these are questions or don't know what you're doing, feel free to reach out to support or jump on the weekly Q&A call, the online community. Always feel free to jump over and ask questions there. That's the basic settings of a phone number call flow. So we already have that routing that we talked about, checkbox right here. Now let's go talk about testing the outbound call and logging. So I'm going to open up a contact. Okay, so I have a contact. When you're in a contact, you've got the green phone. You can hand dial here if you want. You can look up contacts, recents. Those are some options that you have. Otherwise, the phone icon right here, click it, it'll place the outbound call. You see it up here. We can drop down. We can leave notes. We can do messages. You can hear there that it went to a voicemail, but that confirmed that this phone number is working. It's placing outbound calls. We can place a text message right here. You have options between email and text. So go ahead and send that. That's sent the text. You could go, send it back. Now, text message is only going to work when you have an A2P compliant campaign. So if you just purchase phone numbers, text messages are not going to go out. You need to wait until the team lets you know that we've gotten back an approved campaign. You can place calls as of this recording right now after you've purchased the phone number. They may change that in the future, but as of right now, you could test calls right there. Some additional things that I do want to mention is voicemail settings and setting up a voicemail. So let me grab that real quick. Okay, if you go to the bottom left and do settings and then phone system, you'll come over and you'll see your phone numbers here. Go over to voice and then voicemail. This is going to be the company voicemail. So if no one is assigned to the phone number, this is the voicemail that they would hear. If you are an admin, you can go into My Staff and you can go to your user or other users and do the pencil icon, voicemail settings, and then come down here and you can upload a voicemail for that. And that'd be based off of their phone number and calling in there. As we talked about before, you can do automations to where each individual phone number has its own voicemail setup. If that's something you want, reach out to support. We can get you a video showing how to do that and or help in doing that. But that's a little bit more advanced. So at the very least, just to get the ground running, being able to place calls, receive calls, and if you're not available, have a voicemail set up so they can leave one. Make sure those two locations have voicemails, and each user that's assigned a phone number has a voicemail set up as well. Okay, so we've gone ahead and talked on submitting the ID verification. We know that needs to be done right out of the gate so that we can even start with A2P compliance on the support side. You can buy additional phone numbers if you would like. Set up the call routing we talked about, and then testing the call routing was shown in that contact card. If you guys have any questions, feel free to always submit a support ticket, jump on the weekly Thursday Q&A calls on Zoom, or jump into the communities section. We do cover some of that as well further on in this training through step 10 of how you can get a hold of us and get those contacts and or those websites to do that. If you need anything, let us know. See you on the next step.